A new era begins for EOSIO, the rise of Antelope. Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. It's easy to jump on the bandwagon and follow along with what everyone else is doing, but true leaders are the ones coming up with out-of-the-box ideas that set a new standard for business as usual. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Steve Jobs. Symbolism of the antelope. The focus of the antelope symbolism is the word action. Therefore, they are known to take action. If there is a new path offered to them, they will use their keen eyesight to find a new way. In other words, the antelope meaning can often be interpreted as, make your decisions wisely by using your instincts, rather than only your intellect. Follow your gut feelings and quickly make up your mind. If the new branding name change of EOSIO is any indication to what the Antelope Cooperative is trying to accomplish, I'd say that we are in for interesting and bullish days ahead. Yet another month has gone by in the world of crypto, and as Bitcoin has recently fallen below the $20,000 mark, it has more than a few people concerned that we may not be out of the woods yet. In terms of finding the current market low, I have heard numbers as low as 3,500 will be the new floor for Bitcoin, though personally I am not convinced. Very seldom do markets go as high as most people would hope, but the same is true for market lows. Very seldom do legitimate markets go as low as some people might hope as well. I suspect that the Bitcoin bottom will probably be somewhere around the $15,000 to $10,000 range, depending on what the macro worldwide economic environment continues to do. But of course, this is not financial advice, this is only one robot's personal speculation. Do your own research. Anyways, with that being said, EOS mainnet must have missed the memo that we're in a bear market this month, because it has performed splendidly, going up as high as $1.89, from a monthly low of $1.15. This is just my opinion, but it's pretty clear that the EOS Network Foundation actions and initiatives are starting to pay off, and if we can perform like this in a bear market, imagine when the next bull run finally comes around. EOS is not out of the running yet, and it is clear to me we are not a dead blockchain, and we are about to get our second wind. As a famous Chinese proverb states, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step, end quote. Those who persevere to the end will win the prize. In honor of the rebranding, this video will be going over an article I read called A New Era Begins. Community-run Framework Antelope Leaps Ahead. Okay, now let's get started.
Disclaimer: crypto investments are highly speculative and involve significant risk of loss. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Always do your own research and invest wisely.
To summarize and paraphrase, the article first begins with, the EOS Network Foundation, ENF, Telos, WAX, and UX Network have joined forces to make a coalition of blockchains that use the same code base. For our many stakeholders, this is a major accomplishment that is foundational for growth. A new era of community-led development is upon us. Today we are excited to announce Antelope, a coalition with a shared vision. Blockpoint One stopped supporting EOSIO development in the middle of 2021. This put the future of EOS and all other blockchains based on EOSIO in danger. One of these working groups, called EOSIO Plus, was made to look into how EOSIO-based blockchains could work together to keep and improve the code base they all use. In order to build a large coalition, the EOSIO and working group started reaching out to all of the existing EOSIO blockchains. In addition to these efforts, the ENF hired Dan Larimer and Fractally to split EOSIO in order to start a community-led, independent codebase called Mondel. This project was then given to the ENF engineering team and its technical partners to keep adding new features and making improvements while working toward a formal consensus upgrade for the EOS network. The Mondel Upgrade Launch Group was made to coordinate these efforts. It started meeting regularly to coordinate the people, communications, and testing that would be needed to do a consensus upgrade for the EOS network. The codename, Mondel, came to be a placeholder for the yet-to-be-decided new brand that would replace EOSIO. Over several weeks of EOSIO and meetings, the various teams discussed models for cooperation, decision-making, financial support, and development priorities. On March 23, 2022, the EOSIO and Working Group drafted a statement of purpose, highlighting the need for a system that allows parties that depend on EOSIO to help fund, organize, and prioritize the future of that software, and laid out an 11-point roadmap for such a system to follow. On March 24, EOS and Telos agreed to join the EOSIO and coalition. In April 2022, EOS, Telos, EOS Network, and WAX voted to combine their funds and take over the development of the EOSIO code, which is used by almost all blockchains based on EOSIO. With an initial budgetary commitment for core development and developer outreach, the coalition was born. In parallel, the group selected a handful of RFPs from a longer list of the top 22 priority items needed to improve the core protocol. Today, we embark on a new journey unlike any other in blockchain history. Introducing Antelope. Antelope demonstrates how a community-led program with aligned goals and common visions can pool resources together to make a difference. The Antelope Coalition is composed of 4 highly performant Layer 1 blockchains, each with distinct histories and characteristics, serving unique markets, and linked by a common framework. Backed by the synergy of these combined network resources, the release of Antelope signifies a major move towards self-determination for EOS, for the coalition, and for the Antelope ecosystem as a whole. Antelope builds upon the significant strengths of EOSIO, which have been battle-tested for over 4 years as the basis for some of the fastest and most secure blockchains in the world. It is an evolution of EOSIO. The Antelope Coalition is determined to keep open-source development going for the whole ecosystem. The Antelope protocol has branched off of an earlier version of the EOSIO protocol implemented in version 2.0 of the Nodeos software. In the months ahead, Antelope will move into a class of its own, incorporating faster finality, trustless inter-blockchain communication between all Antelope-based blockchains, a robust suite of secure smart contract libraries, SDKs, P2P code improvements, and other game-changing tools and innovations. Today, we are also revealing the name of the blockchain node software that runs the Antelope protocol. The main C++ implementation of the prior EOSIO protocol was never given a distinct name, which led to confusion regarding whether one was discussing the protocol itself or a particular implementation of the protocol. This ambiguity is resolved by the first community-run implementation of the Antelope protocol, Leap v3.1. In addition to the new features of the Antelope protocol mentioned above, the Leap software also has the following new features. The deprecated v1 history plugin has now been completely removed so that the new repository doesn't get old code. Because there are still integrations that rely on the deprecated v1 format, we have prepared a guide for drop alternatives that will allow you to keep running with your current integrations, giving you time to upgrade. Linked below is a guide on how to best upgrade your integrations to a newer format in the future. As of today, we are retiring the codename Mondel. Antelope will be the official name for the protocol, and Leap will be the name of the main C++ implementation of the protocol. These names will be used in all future documentation. Prior documentation will be updated to reflect the change without obscuring it. Antelope is an open framework for building next-generation web products and services. The EOS Network is a third-generation blockchain platform powered by the EOS VM, a low-latency, highly performant, and extensible WebAssembly engine for deterministic execution of near-feeless transactions, purpose-built for enabling optimal Web3 user and developer experiences. To all EOS holders, united we stand, divided we fall.
Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Also, if you would like to read, listen to, or watch more of this kind of content, please visit us at www.cryptoapologetics.com. See you next time. Take care.